You feel it, don't you? That gnawing dread in your gut when the bills pile up, the market dips, or an unexpected expense blindsides you. It's more than just stress, it's a silent scream from a part of you that knows you're standing on shaky ground. This isn't about being rich. It's about a deeper, more insidious problem: financial fragility. It's about how easily your sense of security shatters, how quickly your peace of mind evaporates when money gets tight. It's the feeling of constantly playing defense, always reacting, never truly feeling in control. I remember a time when my entire world hinged on a single precarious income. Every month was a tightrope walk. One minor car repair, one unexpected dental bill, and I was plunged into a spiral of anxiety. I'd lie awake staring at the ceiling, replaying every minor purchase, every missed opportunity to save. My mind was a battlefield, ravaged by what-ifs and if-onlys. It wasn't just the lack of money, it was the suffocating feeling of having no safety net, no buffer against life's inevitable curveballs. That constant pressure bled into every aspect of my life, eroding my relationships, my health, even my self-worth. It's easy to dismiss these feelings as normal, as just part of adulthood. But what if they're warning signs? What if your financial instability isn't just about numbers, but about a fundamental lack of resilience? Let's talk about the 5 subtle yet devastating indicators that you're not financially resilient, and what that truly means for your emotional well-being. The first sign is a pervasive sense of financial overwhelm. You feel buried under a mountain of debt or an endless stream of expenses. Every financial decision feels like a Herculean task. You avoid checking your bank balance, you let bills pile up unopened, and you dread any conversation that involves money. This isn't just disorganization, it's a deep-seated avoidance rooted in fear. You've lost the capacity to even look at your financial reality, let alone confront it. Second, you find yourself constantly chasing the next paycheck. Your financial life is a perpetual sprint from one payday to the next, with no breathing room in between. There's no buffer, no savings, no emergency fund. This isn't just a sign of living paycheck to paycheck. It's an emotional trap. You are sacrificing your present peace for a future that's always just out of reach, and every minor delay or unexpected cost sends you into a full-blown panic. Your entire sense of stability is tied to a date on a calendar. The third warning sign is a profound lack of financial boundaries. You constantly lend money you can't afford to lose, you succumb to pressure to spend beyond your means, or you avoid difficult financial conversations with loved ones. This isn't generosity, it's a deep-seated fear of conflict or a desperate need for external validation. You're sacrificing your own financial well-being to maintain an illusion of harmony or generosity, and in doing so, you're eroding your own sense of self-worth and security. Fourth, you experience an intense, almost visceral fear of market fluctuations or economic news. Every headline about inflation, every dip in the stock market, every recession prediction sends shivers down your spine. This isn't healthy awareness, it's an emotional hijacking. Your financial peace is entirely dependent on external forces, and you feel utterly powerless in the face of them. You're constantly bracing for impact, living in a state of hypervigilance, and that wears you down to the bone. And finally, the fifth sign is a recurring feeling of shame or guilt around your financial situation. You hide your financial struggles from friends and family. You compare yourself endlessly to others, feeling like you're falling short. This shame isn't about the numbers. It's about a deeper belief that your financial status reflects your inherent value as a person. It's a toxic cocktail that isolates you and prevents you from seeking the help or making the changes you desperately need. The moment I truly understood, this was when I stopped seeing my financial problems as just money problems. They were symptoms of a deeper emotional wound. I realized that my anxiety wasn't just about bills, it was about a profound lack of control, a feeling of being at the mercy of forces I couldn't understand or influence. My shame wasn't about my bank account, it was about feeling like a failure, like I wasn't enough. This realization was a seismic shift. It wasn't about earning more money first, it was about rebuilding my internal landscape. It dawned on me that financial resilience isn't about having a huge bank account. It's about having an unshakable inner foundation. It's about building a fortress of calm and clarity within yourself, regardless of what the market or your current circumstances throw at you. It's about recognizing that your peace of mind is not a luxury, but a non-negotiable necessity. This insight forced me to confront my avoidance head-on. I started by simply looking at my bank statements, even if it made my stomach churn. I started tracking every expense, not to judge, but to understand. I began having difficult conversations, setting boundaries, and acknowledging my fears instead of burying them. It wasn't about magic solutions, it was about incremental acts of courage, chipping away at the fear and shame, one small step at a time. The shift wasn't immediate, but it was profound. The dread began to recede, replaced by a quiet sense of agency. The anxiety still surfaced, but it no longer consumed me. I started to understand that true financial resilience comes from within, from a commitment to facing reality, no matter how uncomfortable, and from a deep belief in your ability to navigate challenges. It's about the emotional muscle you build, not just the money you accumulate. So, where do you stand? Are you building a life on solid ground or on shifting sands? Is your financial security a reflection of your true resilience, or is it a fragile facade waiting to crumble? The real question isn't how much money you have, but how much inner strength you possess when the financial storms inevitably hit.